You know the rules of our community, Spike. If you leave, you can come back, but if you don't come back, no one is permitted to go and find you. There are no rescues, no exceptions.
You're listening to the Fun with Horror podcast with your hosts, Scotty and Andrew.
Well, hello, all you beautiful people. This is Scotty.
And this is Andrew.
And welcome to episode number 166 of Fun with Horror. This is the most wholesome horror movie podcast in the entire world. It is the podcast in which two long-distance best friends take turns giving each other horror movies to watch and discuss so that they can stay in touch with each other.
What a beautiful podcast. But I got to pick our next movie, and I chose 28 Years Later. But stay tuned to the end of this episode where we're going to hear what Scotty picks for the next movie. Without further ado, hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
Hi.
I say this a lot, but do you know what I love almost as much as you?
What?
Our listeners.
What? Me too.
Buddy, what is happening with this podcast?
Honestly, I have no idea, but I love it.
Yeah, so let's just tell people, I don't know what happened and what you people are doing out there, but our listener numbers, whatever, has jumped.
Yeah.
Like a nice little bit. Like we have more listeners than we ever had. It's almost jumped. I looked at the numbers, buddy.
Oh, yeah?
It's almost jumped twice as much in the last month or so.
I wonder what's going on. I don't know. I love it, but
I love it too, and I love all these people listening. I love the new people. I love all of our faithful listeners from the beginning, but man, buddy.
Yeah.
Like you people are listening to us and we love it and we feel like really tickly inside.
We do. I'm giddy. Tee. But seriously, this is awesome. We appreciate it. It's great.
People can't see it, but Andrew literally looks like a Tickle Me Elmo right now. Don't do the noise. Don't do it. Oh, God. No.
I did it.
Oh, no. Oh, man. There goes all those new listeners.
Yep. Bye. Thank you all. We're live there.
Oh, God.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Our plan is in action. We always said if we got too popular that you would do your Elmo impression. And
we've been saying that for years.
That people would just disappear. Bye.
Bye.
You know what I'm going to do, buddy?
What?
Here's a cool thing. We're going to try this.
Okay.
Our internet, or no, not our internet provider, our podcast host, Buzzsprout.
Yes.
On the app, they let us know like new locations that are listening to us. So you know what?
What?
This is for our listeners. If you're listening to us from Chisholm, Minnesota, or Chelsea, Massachusetts, or Blue Ridge, Georgia, or hey, you out there in Waynesville, North Carolina, we love you and thank you for listening.
We do. We love you. Thank you. Can you, if you want, jump on our Facebook and say, that was me.
Yeah, we have a Facebook page. We have a Threads. We have an Instagram. And for Lord's sake, we have a TikTok, and I hate it.
It's true.
I hate TikTok.
I do too.
I'm just old, and I'm not down with the hips.
But that sounded young and cool.
Okay. You know what else we have, buddy?
What do we have?
We have some Spotify comments.
We do?
Yeah, we have more than I thought. I thought I was going to come on here and read one Spotify comment, but I've got 3.
Yes.
So let's go in episode order. So we're going to go back to As Above, So Below.
Ooh,
right?
Okay. Yeah.
Peyton gave us a comment. Hi, Peyton. And Peyton says, honestly, the actually scary part of this movie wasn't the ghosts and things following them, but it was really how much running they did in the tunnels. I wouldn't have lasted 5 minutes. Peyton, I feel you.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
Also, other genre of movie directors doing the bare minimum, while horror movie directors are like, guys, do y'all think we could fit a piano in the catacombs? I have so much respect for horror directors.
I love that comment. I
Me
agree.
too. Peyton, you're right on.
Yep. Totally agree with you.
Yeah, we talked about how crazy it was that they had like a piano down there and a burning car and stuff like that. That's crazy. In the
That's
actual
insane.
catacombs. So now let's jump to Until Dawn.
Ooh, yay. Okay.
Ross Chopkins, 17, has a really short and sweet comment. They said, the whole video game is snow. Okay.
Oh, fair.
I'll take that one.
That's fair. Yep. I know what that comment means.
Yeah, well, no. The whole video
I know.
game. So we talked about it in the episode, and you know what? I went and I looked up screenshots of the video game after this person commented, and I was like, you know what? Ross Chopkins 17 is correct. There's lots of
You
snow
win
in this
this
video
round.
game. You definitely win this round, Ross Chopkins 17. Finally, we have also on the Until Dawn episode, we have Oleg Online, who says, you're my new go-to show. I work 3 14-hour days. As far as Final Destination 3 is concerned, deep dive on the insane DVD extras. Number 1, choose your fate version. You're in control of the movie. Change the course of the film and characters' fates. Number 2, Kill Shot, the making of Final Destination. And 3, Dead Teenager featurette. And there's commentary too, is amazing. Thanks, guys. But you know what, Oleg Online? Thank you.
Yeah, that's awesome. We're your go-to. That's what an honor. Thank
The
you.
new
That's amazing.
go-to. The new
go-to. Excuse me. The new go-to. But thank you. That means a lot. Thank you.
What was your old go-to? Inquiring minds want to know.
Yes. And then we're gonna write them and go, ha ha. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. We stole your listeners.
Right.
Yeah. Take that, last podcast on the left. Yeah, there's no way we're stealing their listeners. Jeez.
No.
Andrew, before we get on to this week's movie, we saw a couple movies.
We did.
And you know what? Here's the thing. By the time this episode is released, these movies will have been out for a while. Might even be available on home. But you know what? We just saw them because they just came out when we're recording this. What did you see,
Very
buddy?
true. Well, to prepare for it, I actually rewatched the first one, which was The Conjuring. And so I went and saw The Conjuring, The Last Rites.
Okay.
And, yeah.
Really nutshell, what did you think? Did you like it?
Really nutshell, I did like it. I did.
You
Yep.
did like it. Okay.
I did. Yep. It was a nice bookend, we'll call it. That's all I'll say.
There's a lot of conversation about that movie right now.
Is there?
Yeah, it's crazy because a lot of people are really unhappy that it's out. A lot of people are really unhappy that it's doing well. It is the highest grossing horror movie ever right now.
That's amazing, but I'm sad that people are upset about it.
Yeah, and okay, so part of it I get.
Okay.
Part of it is the Warrens, the real life Warrens are not good people.
Yes, yes. I didn't know some of the stuff until recently and went, ooh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Yeah, so I did not. I'm with you.
And for some reason, I'm able to separate the real life Warrens who are awful with the fictional Warrens in these movies.
See, and I am too. I mean, with any of these movies, not just this one, like they're two different worlds. I mean, the things that happen in these movies clearly did not happen in real life, you know? I mean, they may have taken a couple things, but they're totally different things. These to me are movie characters. I've never really thought of them as the Warrens, the real life Warrens. I've always kind of thought of them as movie characters.
Yeah, and I completely agree. And that's how I feel. Sometimes I'm not able to separate, I'll be honest.
Right.
But in this case, they've done such a good job of creating brand new fictional characters that just happen to have the same names that, I can separate for some reason. And the other one is just people that are complaining about sequels and remakes being made. But I'm like, look, we've got a whole bunch of original movies as well that have come out this year. A couple of fantastic ones.
Yeah.
So, but I bet you want to know what I watched.
Buddy, I'm on the edge of my seat because I want to know what you watched.
Careful. Don't fall, buddy. Don't fall.
Oh, I'm okay. No, tell the people what you saw, man.
Well, I went to what I thought was just a regular advanced screening of The Long Walk.
Yeah.
But, buddy, I ended up at the premiere. I had no idea. I knew there was going to be a Q&A afterwards, but this was the Los Angeles premiere of The Long Walk.
I didn't know it was the premiere.
It was nuts.
Oh, my gosh.
The Q&A featured J.T. Molnar. Actually, so Francis Lawrence, the director, was not there because he is now filming the next Hunger Games movie.
Oh, right. Yes.
So J.T. Molnar, who wrote the movie, who wrote the screenplay, he was there. The producer was there. And then they had the two main characters, the two main kids, which are David Johnson and Cooper Hoffman.
Mm.
And then also some of the other kids, Garrett Waring was there, Charlie Plummer, Ben Wang, and also Judy Greer.
Oh.
And Mark Hamill.
Dude.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Mark Hamill was there. I had a little bit of a little freak out inside my heart because
yeah,
I grew up. He was my hero. I loved Luke Skywalker, as many kids did. But,
man. See, and I loved Luke Skywalker as well, but I grew up also with the Joker, so I love him for that reason
you did.
as well.
Yeah, you did.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
But also I loved the movie.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I'm very happy to hear that you love the movie because that is one of my top 5 favorite books of all time. I think that book is...
Wow.
It has stuck with me for years. Years I've thought about that book.
And I believe in our Strange Darling episode, you mentioned how much you were looking forward to this movie.
Honestly, I've been waiting for this movie since I read the book, which was years ago. So the fact that it got made, because I lost hope for a while. I was like, they're never going to make this. The fact that it's made and the fact that you liked it, the fact that people seem to be enjoying it makes me very excited and happy that it's done. It's receiving the justice it deserves.
Yeah. It's a very close adaptation. The only thing I'm going to tell you, and everybody else out there who hasn't seen it yet, I mean, by this time, a lot of people have already probably seen it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a brutal movie. It's brutal.
Yeah.
So,
without spoiling anything, there's a definite gruesome moment in the book, and I was like, I wonder if they're going to put it in here. So
I wonder as well, because I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'll have to ask you later. You won't answer, but I'll remind you of what I'm talking about. How about that?
You know what? Just remind me 28 years later.
Yeah.
What happened to him?
Looks like he got tied up and left for the infected. And now he's infected.
He's infected.
Aye.
Why would anyone do that?
Maybe a punishment. Maybe a warning.
28 Years Later came out June 20th, 2025, and was directed by Danny Boyle and written by Alex Garland. It stars Alfie Williams as Spike, Aaron Taylor Johnson as Jamie, Jodie Comer as Isla, Ray Fiennes as Dr. Kelson, Chai Lewis-Parry as Samson, and Jack O'Connell as Sir Jimmy Crystal.
That's right, buddy. That's right.
Yay.
Look at that.
Look at that.
So, before we spoil anything, very curious, my friend. I've seen the movie. You had not before you picked it.
Correct.
Without spoiling anything, what did you think of 28 Years Later?
Buddy, I thought this was a fantastic movie. I loved it. What about you, buddy?
4.5 out of 5 stars. I think this is one of the best movies of the year. You know, my top spot's going to be Sinners, but right under that, it's getting a little crowded. That's all I'm going to tell you. That's all I got to say. Getting a little crowded right underneath Sinners there. But, yeah, I really love this movie. I can't wait to talk about some of the things in it.
Yes.
But now, everybody, it is time for our spoiler warning, followed immediately by our trigger warnings. So if you haven't seen 28 Years Later and you don't want a single thing spoiled for you, this right here is the point of no return. Feel free to pause the episode and come back after you've watched the movie. But before we talk about the rest of the movie, we're going to let you know of any major trigger warnings inspired by the website doesthedogdie.com. Nearly every horror movie inherently has triggers, but there are some that we would want to know about before watching a movie, and we're here to let you know about those. So, Andrew, first of all, are there any animals in this movie?
There are. There are lots of elk in this movie.
And does the elk die?
One dies for sure. Yes. One is, pretty brutal way.
Yeah. If you're sensitive to that, you might want to look up when that happens. But yes, there is an elk that gets brutally killed.
Yes.
And put on display. But we'll talk about that possibly later.
Yeah.
But anyway, guess what I'm going to do?
Are you rolling a 20-sided die that's orange?
I am.
And I'm assuming that on this die, I'll stop it. And if it's odd, I will actually do a 3-minute recap of the movie. But if it's even, you would do a 3-minute recap of the movie. Am I correct?
You would be absolutely right.
Yes, I
And
did it.
correct. So, you know what my little finger's doing? It's hitting that roll button over and over again. It's a virtual 20-sided die, everybody. It's not a real one. So
That's true. That's true. And I'm going to have you stop it right now.
the number is 8. What does that mean?
That means you will be doing a 3-minute recap.
Okay.
And I just want to let you know, I actually found a very large, hairy man.
Oh.
I know. It's no one famous, at least not from this movie.
So wait, you didn't talk to Aaron Taylor Johnson or anything like that?
I didn't. No one famous. You're the one that
Oh.
knows the famous people. This time I just went out. I went on Craigslist and I said, man seeking man, and I found all these guys, which was great.
Wow.
I was like, I need a guy to come over and talk with me. And so
That could have gone so wrong.
oh, really? Anyway, I found a really big hairy guy, and I said, "Hey, I have my best friend in the world, Scotty. We have this amazing podcast that's just shooting up in popularity." I said, "He's going to do a 3-minute recap probably this week. If he goes past 3 minutes, would you be so kind as to strip down naked and chase him around and rip his head off?" And he said, "Sure." Without even, I was like, wow, I thought we'd have a little bit of a pushback, but
Wow.
immediate, sure. So just heads up, he is on the way there. Be ready.
He'll probably get here in 3 minutes?
Yep, exactly 3 minutes. So I suggest you finish in 3 minutes, buddy.
Wow.
Yeah, he's wild.
I guess we should also say real quick before I even start this is that we might spoil a couple of little things about 28 days later and 28 weeks later.
Correct. But whenever you're ready.
I got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of playtime.
All right, so 28 years later starts in a bedroom, and there's a bunch of kids, a little boy and a bunch of little girls, and they're all watching Teletubbies. Pretty soon, chaos starts erupting outside the door, and before you know it, the door's opened, and these infected that we're familiar with from the other two movies, they run into the room. The little boy escapes, but guess what? All the little girls, they're dead. They're infected now or dead. The boy's mom tells him to run. He runs to this church where his dad is the priest. His dad is going nuts. He's like, the end of the world. This is what we've waited for. Stuff like that. The boy hides in this cubbyhole while infected swarm into the church and turn the priest into an infected. And that's the intro to the movie. Oh, the little boy's name is Jimmy, by the way. Then we jump, guess how long? 28 years later.
Oh.
The infection, the rage virus, has been contained. It has been I guess whatever they say, it's been contained to the island of Great Britain and Scotland and whatnot, all around there. So there's a big quarantine around this entire island. We're introduced to this small village on a little islet off of the mainland. It's connected by a causeway that is not always accessible because when the tide comes up, the causeway is too deep underwater for you to make it and swim the whole way. But when the tide goes down, you can make it over to the mainland. We're introduced to a family. We're introduced to Spike, young Spike, his father Jamie, and his mother Isla. Isla is sick. She is bedridden. And Jamie is about to take Spike out to the mainland for his first time, even though he's a little bit younger than the kids that usually go to the mainland. Anyway, they eventually go, and they come across some infected. Some are slow-lows. They're big fat ones that crawl on the ground. Spike gets his first kill. A couple of others come along, but his dad helps take care of them. They end up in a house where they see a man that was hanging that was left there with the name Jimmy carved into his back. This man is now infected, and it's assumed that somebody, as maybe punishment, hung him there and let other infected come in and take bites out of him and infect him, and he became infected himself. There's a tense moment, and Spike ends up killing that guy. They go off. They come across a field where these elk are beautifully running across, and then they see some infected come up over the hill. And then they see a bigger infected come up over the hill. This is an alpha. And at that moment, Jamie's like, Spike, we gotta go. And so they start running back. Infected are chasing them. They're trying to shoot them with bows and arrows. They end up back in the house, and they make it up into the attic of this house where they stay overnight. Spike notices a fire off in the distance. He asks his dad about it. His dad says, never mind about it, whatever. So then they wake up early morning at the break of dawn to a rumbling. The elk that have been stampeding around are going by the house, and the house is crumbling because it's old. They have to run out. And then they go, the infected are going to hear us, so we got to get it to the causeway. So they get to the causeway, and they're making their way across it in shin-deep water, and all of a sudden the alpha comes, and it's running, and they're running across the causeway, and the alpha's chasing them. And right when the alpha's about to get them near the gate, the people that guard the gates to the village, they shoot the alpha with a big, huge, like, arrow thing. It's like one of those big ones. So they're safe. They go inside. They're partying. They're celebrating Spike's first adventure out. Spike gets a little drunk, which is crazy for a 12-year-old. But hey, there's no rules anymore. There's no laws. This is just a little island. He sees his dad go off with a girl, and he catches his dad cheating on his mom with a girl. Spike leaves the party. He goes back to his house where this old guy is watching over his mom. The old guy tells him about Dr. Kelson. That's who had the fire. Spike goes up to his mom, lays down with her. In the morning, his dad comes home. Spike fights with his dad because he saw what was happening. He gets really mad, and he mentions Dr. Kelson, and his dad tells him about this story where when he was younger, they came across Kelson, and Kelson was lining up all these bodies in a field. And then Dr. Kelson was like, come here, lads, like waving them forward. But they heck no, they weren't going to go see this guy holding all these dead bodies. No. So Spike decides he's going to take his mom to Dr. Kelson. He lights a little fire and tricks the people at the gate. Him and his mom leave. So now him and his mom are making their way to Dr. Kelson. They have a couple of adventures. They come across some infected. They meet a soldier who we'll talk about because he's very interesting and reminds them that there's a world outside this infected world. They make it to a train where they find a pregnant, infected woman. The woman gives birth to a baby that seems to be not infected. And Isla, Jodie Comer, Isla, she helps deliver this baby. But then when the woman starts, after a moment, she starts screaming, the soldier shoots her. Then the soldier's about to shoot Spike and Isla because they won't give up the baby. And then suddenly the alpha, Samson, the alpha, reaches in and grabs this soldier. Eric is his name. Picks him up. And then the next thing you know, he comes down and he's got the soldier's head. He's got Eric's head in his hand. They start running from this alpha. They go outside, and right when the alpha is going to get them, he gets a dart in his neck that has a sedative, and they meet Dr. Kelson. Dr. Kelson takes them to this place that he's made. It's a bone temple. He has taken all of these bodies, and he's created these columns and this big pyramid, all these beautiful structures, but made of bones, made of skulls. And he tells Spike about Memento Mori and how death is a thing, and it's not always a horrible thing. He talks to them. He diagnoses Spike's mom. He determines that she has cancer and that she probably doesn't have long to live. He puts Spike, he sedates Spike because Spike starts freaking out. He takes his mom away. And then when he comes back, he now has Isla's skull. He has put her, mercifully killed her and, cleaned off her skull so that Spike can now place her skull on top of the Pyramid of Skulls or the Tower of Skulls. Then the Alpha shows up. They hide from the Alpha, but Spike sedates the Alpha with the thing, and then Kelson's like, it's time for you to go home. So Spike makes his way home. He leaves the baby in the village, but then he leaves, and then there's a caption that says 28 days later. Spike is now out and about. He's living on the mainland. He's eating at a certain point. These infected come around the corner. He shoots one, but then the other infected are chasing, and he shoots another. And then suddenly he's surrounded by all these blonde people, led by Sir Jimmy Crystal. Sir Jimmy Crystal says, "You're a good shot, but these are too many infected even for you, young warrior. Do you mind if we take care of them?" And he says, no. Suddenly, a punk hardcore version of the Teletubbies theme starts playing, and the Jimmies all go crazy and start just acrobatically fighting all these infected. And they kill them all. Jimmy introduces himself to Spike, and the movie ends.
Buddy, just under 3 minutes.
Oh my God, I heard footsteps on my stairs outside.
That actually may not have even been his foot the whole time. But
We'll talk about that.
Yeah, we will. Yeah. So I just texted him though and said, I called it off. So hopefully he's gone. Otherwise, yeah, brutal.
My neighbors might complain.
Or they might, you never know. They might be like, hey, good for you, buddy.
You never know. Oh, buddy, dude, let's talk about this movie.
Yes.
I love this movie.
It's great, man. Yeah, it's great. I will say, going into it, I've seen 28 Days Later. I've seen 28 Weeks Later, but it's been a while. It's been a while since I've seen both of them. I'm sure there was a couple things that I missed. Maybe not.
Not really.
Okay, good. And that was one thing I was going to say, too, was it was nice that even if there was things I missed, I wasn't thrown away by the story or anything. It's kind of its own story, and so I went, good. It was great.
It is. And the only thing that you really need to know, and you don't really even have to know that, but is the movies make you familiar with the rage virus.
Right.
So you understand that these aren't really zombies. These are living humans, but they have a virus that makes them zombie-like.
Right. Correct.
So none of these are dead. So that means you don't have to necessarily shoot them through the brain, to kill them. Yep. You can just kill them by shooting them through the heart. And that's what they say, heart and head, right?
Right. Yep. And even I remember, again, we said we might spoil, but, in the first one, a character gets some blood in their eye and it gives them the virus. So at one point, Ela, gets blood next to her face and Spike goes, wait.
Do you mean Isla?
Is it Isla?
Isla.
Isla gets blood next to her eye. And I even turned to Cindy, who watched this with me, and I was like, that's because in the first one, one thing that we saw was you get it in your eye, you're toast. So
or your mouth, yeah. It's easily transmissible.
Yep, exactly. Yeah.
So did you have any quibbles with this movie?
I really didn't have any quibbles, man.
Would you say this is a 5-star movie for you?
I think I probably would. I mean, it was just a great movie. I really don't have quibbles. It just was, this was something special, man. This was a really great movie.
Here's the thing. After I saw it, I immediately thought 5 stars.
Mm-hmm.
However, then I spoke with our friend Brian from Chuddle the Pod. Everybody go listen to Chuddle the Pod.
Please.
Brian mentioned something that I thought about, and I was like, you know what? I do feel the same way. And I gave it 4.5 stars. I dropped it down half a star. And it's only because I loved how they shot it. It was beautifully shot, and we'll talk about that for sure. But when they shoot the zombies, the infected, see, I did it too. Look at me.
Mm-hmm.
When they shoot the infected, they have this circular camera that, kind of freezes the moment and goes around the infected's head.
Yep.
And I got to say that slightly took me out of the movie. And I was watching the technical prowess more than I was, like, it just took me outside of the story for a moment when that happened.
I get you. Do you know how they filmed that? Because I saw how.
Yes, I do. Would you like to tell us?
Sure. There's like a contraption they made that's kind of a semicircle with, I think it was, it would make sense if it was 28, but I thought they said 27, but I might be wrong. iPhones attached to it to do it and recorded it with that, which I thought was very interesting, very unique.
The entire movie was shot on iPhone.
No.
You didn't know that?
No, not. It really was?
Yeah, the entire movie was shot on iPhone.
You're lying. Was it? Are you being funny?
No, I'm being serious, dude.
Are you serious?
How many times are you going to ask me that?
That's
It was shot on iPhone, the entire movie. Now, here's the thing. And the Danny Boyle, I think, made sure to say this in the bonus features. He's like, when they say they shot the whole movie on iPhone, yes, that means that they used an iPhone, I think 15 Pro, to shoot the whole movie. However, that doesn't mean that somebody was just walking around with an iPhone going like, shooting you like I would take a video of you. They have multiple different types of lenses that they would attach the iPhones to and everything. So it was through the iPhone, and they recorded it on the iPhone, but sometimes they had a special lens stretching out from that iPhone to make it look a little bit different. But still, it's still impressive.
That's wild. I didn't know that. I did not hear that. That's crazy. That's
You
cool.
didn't even believe me.
I didn't. I thought you were just BSing me, man.
I would never. When have I ever BS'd you on this podcast?
All right, let's go through it. Episode 1 at 36 minutes in. No.
They were neither tourists, nor was it a trap. Episode 2. There was neither a spiral nor a saw. That's
we
right.
can do
That's
every
right.
episode.
Every episode. Episode number 62, The Sadness. Nobody was sad. Wait, no, everybody.
I was
sad.
I was pretty sad watching that movie.
We were sad.
Yeah.
But back to this quote unquote zombie movie.
Right.
I tell you what I fell in love with.
Ooh, what?
The very beginning of the movie. Any movie that opens with Teletubbies is automatically one of the best movies ever made. I love the Teletubbies.
Yeah, man.
How do you feel about the Teletubbies?
Even back in the day, because I was a little, older for it, I guess. But I thought it was I don't know, man. I always thought it was trippy. It's just it's a strange world, dude.
I remember I used to work at night, and I would come home and I would watch TV during the day a little bit when I got home and was having breakfast or whatnot. And I had heard about the Teletubbies, but one day I turned on the TV and they were on. And I was like, oh, I'm going to check some of this out because I've heard so much about the Teletubbies. And I was just like mesmerized, buddy. I was watching the show just completely flabbergasted with what I saw. And the best thing that happened, okay, this just cemented how great this show was to me. Suddenly the Teletubbies, they get in a circle and they're like, oh, and they start to watch one of the other Teletubbies' stomach, right?
Yeah.
And it's a little documentary film about how milk is made. Right? So it's like, maybe a few minutes long, who knows, 2 or 3, 5 minutes. This little video ends and the Teletubbies are all standing there and they're like all wide-eyed. They're like, whoa. And then all of a sudden they all start going, again. And they look at the other Teletubby's tummy, and it plays the entire video again. And I was just like, what? This is genius. This is amazing. I love Teletubbies.
Yeah, dude. Wow.
So there you go. There's my Teletubby
Wow.
story.
That's amazing. I love it. See, and I feel like I don't utilize drugs in any way, shape, or form, but I feel like that show, if you took a little bit of something, man, that'd be an interesting show to watch.
Teletubbies and drugs have been talked about together many times by people. So,
Yeah, that's fair.
but yeah, I love the opening. I was
Brutal.
shocked. It was brutal, and it's especially interesting when you rewatch it, knowing that Jimmy is the Jimmy at the end of the movie.
Right? Yep.
Let's jump to the end of the movie real quick,
Please, dude. Yes.
because I just wanted to know: did you recognize Jack O'Connell from Sinners when you saw the movie? When you saw this movie,
I did
Okay.
know it was him. And buddy, I'm loving Jack O'Connell. I'm like, you know what?
He's amazing.
You know what you're doing, dude. Like, well done. Way to pick these movies. I can't wait to see what you're in next, because you're awesome.
Yeah, every single time, like he's doing characters this year. They're like very vibrant characters.
Yeah.
Now, the way they were dressed, I'm going to tell you some background because it's very
please.
ominous. So, everybody, we are jumping to the end of this movie. Okay, then we'll get back into the middle of it.
Because it's very interesting outfits they're all wearing, and the hair.
And they evidently figure in pretty highly in the sequel.
Right.
So,
Yep.
So they're all blonde. They're all wearing these tracksuits, and they all got necklaces. I believe they all have them. I know Jimmy for sure has the necklace with
Right.
the cross, the upside down cross. So they're all dressed like Jimmy Savile. Okay. Now, some people know who Jimmy Savile is. Some people don't.
Yeah.
I'm unfortunately here to tell you who Jimmy Savile is. Jimmy Savile was a British personality. He was a DJ. He was a very flamboyant personality.
Okay.
Blonde hair, chain necklaces, loud clothing.
Okay.
And I can't remember if it was before he died or I know it was a lot came out after he died.
Oh.
He also turned out to be one of the most prominent pedophiles in British history.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
But when you think about that and you think that these people are all dressed as Jimmy Savile at the end.
Uh-oh. I don't love that, especially since Spike is a pretty young kid. Oh, no,
Yeah,
dude.
we'll see. I hope they don't go full bore into that, but, you know, it'll be interesting if that's like just kind of a subconscious thing
Yeah.
that makes them more evil because I definitely feel like now I haven't watched the trailer for the second movie yet.
Right.
It comes out in January.
That's
Very soon.
crazy. Yeah.
They filmed this movie and then The Bone Temple kind of back to back. And it's supposed to be a trilogy. We haven't gotten confirmation on a third movie yet. Danny Boyle said if these two movies do well enough, then they'll do the third movie.
Okay. And you saw who's directing the second one?
Nia DaCosta, my friend.
Yeah, dude.
Director of what? The Marvels.
And Candyman.
The Marvels, yes.
But also Candyman.
But also The Marvels.
I'm not going to say the movie again that I said, because if I say it one more time, we're in for a world of hurt.
That's so true. That's so true. Did you say it 4 times?
I said it twice.
Oh, you have to say it 5. You can say it 2 more times. You're safe.
I know the rules, you fool.
No, you don't. You forgot. Even though we did 4 Candyman movies. It's 5
Is it
times.
5 times? I thought it was 3.
And they filmed all 4 Candyman movies with an iPhone.
No, now that I know is not true. They didn't even have them in the 90s.
Yeah, the first movie, all iPhone
iPhone 15
Pro.
Pro.
Anyway, so I'm very curious what's going to happen with the Jimmies and with Spike.
Yeah. Ugh, I'm a little nervous now, buddy. I'm not going to lie.
Let's talk about penises.
Wow.
There's been lots of talk about Samson's dong. What did you think of that dong?
I mean, what a glorious dong. I will say,
Glorious dong.
it's just glorious. I will say, I found out that it was not real,
Yes.
and actually, none of the nudity in this was like everyone that was nude. It was like I saw like a 2-minute YouTube clip, I think today or yesterday, that was like some behind the scenes. That's how I saw the iPhone thing. I saw that the skull designs took like 6 months.
Yes.
6 months. And then I also saw that the nudity.
I wonder if you actually ended up watching some of the bonus features that are on my digital copy, and you just ended up watching them on YouTube.
Yeah, that sure could be. I could definitely see that being the case.
But yeah, they were all skin suits, fake penises.
Yeah.
But they said that it was something like steroids, I think, in the drug that caused some of them to get bigger than others, and those were the alphas.
Yeah. Yep.
They wanted to show that a lot of things on them are bigger. And like they focused in on Samson's like stomach, like he's got a big torso.
Right.
In that bonus feature, did you see Lewis-Parry without the Samson makeup on?
No, I didn't.
Oh, it is crazy.
Really?
So look him up on IMDb real quick. I thought I took a picture of him, but I did not.
All right.
Because I wanted to actually show you what he looked like without makeup. It's crazy.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. He's a good looking guy. Handsome guy. Man, that's not even close.
Yeah, it's so crazy.
Wow.
But he was
Dude.
he was incredible. Like he was really good too.
He was. No, he definitely was. Yeah. And again, having no lines, you still were kind of mesmerized by Samson. Like anytime he was there, you're watching.
Yeah.
And that's pretty awesome.
And you're scared of him. Like he is scary.
He is very scary.
So now this I've watched the movie a few times now.
Mhm.
There is one other thing that kind of I don't know if it bugs me or not, buddy.
Okay.
But there's a few Deus Ex Machinas type moments in this movie where it's just right when a character is about to die or get captured or something. It's just something very coincidental just seems to happen. And it's okay. I don't mind it too much, but there's a bunch of times. Like, first of all, the one night that Jamie and Spike are in this house.
Yes.
That's the one night that elk stampede by and the house crumbles. Like that's the night it happens.
That's fair. Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of, I get it. It's part of the story, but at the same time, I'm like, wow, like that's coincidental.
Right. Well, the only thing I thought of with that too, though, is, no one's probably been in that house for a while, and they're up there in the attic moving around. So maybe the elk go past quite a bit, but because they've been up there disturbing it, I don't know.
You're absolutely right. You can infer that, but at the same time, there's no like hints to that that are like, oh, they've disturbed the house and weakened it a bit.
True. That's true.
And then a lot of things happen. Okay, so like when Spike goes out with his mom, first there's the slow-lo while he's sleeping, and right before it gets to him, his mom's there and kills it.
Right.
Then they go in the gas station with all the gas, and right when they're about to succumb to the gas and the infected are inside, that's when the soldier opens it up and shoots and makes a firebomb of the gas station. Yeah. And then when they're running from the Alpha and right before the Alpha gets to them, all of a sudden that's the exact moment that Dr. Kelson shows up and shoots the Alpha.
That's a good point, buddy.
It's just a lot of timing. Also, I mean, you gotta think also Jamie and his dad, or Jamie and Spike, running down the causeway.
Yeah.
That one I can take, though. Like, there's a little bit of unrealism with how fast the Alpha's running.
Right.
And how fast they're able to run, especially when Spike falls.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, the Alpha probably would have caught up to them. I would have rather had like a realistic distance between them and the Alpha so that you kind of believe it when the Alpha almost overtakes them.
True.
But anyway, it's mostly, I guess, Spike and his mom.
Right.
So I don't know if that's technically Deus Ex Machinas, but it kind of seems like them. I don't know. But
I get, I agree, though. I do agree with you. There was a lot. And yeah, as you like bullet them, I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if it's enough to take away from a movie for me, though, because I'm not going to spoil anything, but another movie that happens is Godzilla. I forget what year it came out. 2014 or something.
Okay.
The one where he goes to San Francisco.
Right. Okay.
And,
yeah.
and fights the oh my God, I'm a Godzilla fan. I can't remember the name of the creatures, but you know what I'm talking about. Aaron Taylor Johnson was in it.
Yeah. Yep.
There's a lot of moments like that in that movie as well, where just something happens to come along at the exact right moment before somebody's about to bite it.
Right.
You know, I'm okay with that happening once or twice, but when it starts to happen a lot, I'm like, come on, guys.
Right.
You know, with no lead up to be like, this is very possible that this might happen, you know, and you're like,
right.
Like, for instance, when the Alpha's chasing them,
Mm-hmm.
what if they, you know, I know they want to build tension and they want to surprise you, but maybe in a scene like that, you have them, you hear when the pregnant infected is screaming, you have a shot of Dr. Kelson, and he hears something and he gets up. And that's all you got to show.
Right.
So that when he makes it there and he shoots the Alpha with the dart, it kind of makes some sense. You know?
Right. Yep. I get it.
I'm off my pedestal. I'm done.
All right. Hey, you got it out of your system, and that's all I wanted.
In time, it might drop it another half, so it might go down to 4 stars.
That's all right. Hey, 4
But
is still good.
At the moment, I'm not really docking any points for it. You know, 4.5.
All right. There you go.
There's so many great moments in this movie.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the cinematography real quick, because
oh man,
it was all shot on iPhone, but it was also all shot by Anthony Dodd Mantle, who has worked with Danny Boyle for quite a long time.
Nice.
But there are so many cool shots. I love how vibrant and colorful everything is.
Yeah.
In this world that is post-apocalyptic. It's dystopian. It's overrun by infected.
I agree. And everything is so green.
Green, blue sky, green grass. It's gorgeous.
Yep. I agree.
And there's little moments like, what did you think of the shot when they first come into the mainland, they go across the bridge, but then right as the song dies down, which we'll talk about as well, the first shot you see is like this camera that seems to be affixed to the back of one of the slow-lo big zombies.
Yeah.
And you just see it's like bulbous back.
Yep.
Full of sores and stuff.
Yeah. I liked it. I liked that whole scene. I actually like that whole of we seeing these slow versions, because in this world, which is very scary to me, like, I know they're infected, they're not zombies, but whenever I see a zombie type movie, I'm always like, zombies are great. They're so slow. You know, they're easy. They're easy. You go kill them. Yeah, you're good. But these ones are scary. These are rage-filled monsters running at you. And I like, though, that we are with Spike on his journey, and we get to start out almost like a video game level. We're starting easy. We got the easy ones. These ones are really slow, you know, and then we progressively get a little bit harder with some of the fast ones, and then we see an alpha. So I kind of like this progression that we get as well with Spike during his first time there. So I enjoyed that little momentum of easy to hard. But man, those slow ones were really gnarly, eating the like worms and sucking them up, and just the sound effects that went with it. I was like, ooh.
And that's the crazy thing that you have to think about, because these are living humans, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's why they're all naked, because obviously these humans that have this rage virus and have been around so long, they don't care about clothes.
Right. Yeah.
So they're all naked. But it's crazy to think of what they've done to survive.
Yeah.
Because they talk about, after the first movie, that a lot of them starved to death.
Right. Yep.
So I think they mentioned that in 28 Weeks Later. I think they mentioned in 28 Days Later that you just have to wait for them to starve. But then in 28 Weeks Later, I think they did mention that a big chunk of them have starved to death.
Right. Yep. I remember. Yeah.
So now we're dealing with these infected that have figured out a way to survive.
Right.
I don't remember if the movie talked about how the slow-los survive and why they crawl on the ground. They're less developed than the others, maybe, or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe
I
they
don't
ate
know.
too much. They're more sedentary. Who knows? But
Yeah.
it's still a scary thought. And the alphas terrify me.
Dude, alphas scare me. You run into one of those guys, you're done. I mean, you're done. You're done.
Unless you're one of the characters in this movie.
Right.
Like
then
Spike.
someone will save you at the last second and you're good.
Yeah, there you go. Yes. But I like how it takes a lot to kill them.
Me too. Yes.
And see, this is what I'm looking forward to seeing in the Bone Temple,
Mm-hmm.
is why Kelson hasn't just killed Samson.
Me too. Because we had an opportunity in this movie. I mean, he's sedated right next to them. Dr. Kelson even says, "Hey, Samson." I
Yeah.
mean, he could easily just end it right there. So
Yeah.
I don't know. And part of me almost wonders, because Kelson, people are afraid of Kelson. So no one really wants to see Kelson or talk to Kelson. Is he doing it because it's almost like having a human there? Sure, it's far away, but almost seeing humanity, seeing others. I don't know.
That's what I think, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I just feel like the alphas are so dangerous that would be one of the ones you want to kill,
Yeah. Well, and especially, I mean, Samson almost kills Dr. Kelson. I mean, he's very close. But thank goodness someone saves him at the last second. Spike.
But that one I was okay with.
I know. I'm teasing.
Because Spike used what he learned from Dr. Kelson to save
Right.
Dr. Kelson, and he was already there. It's not like Dr. Kelson was in trouble and, here comes Spike around
Right.
the corner out of
Right.
nowhere.
But I did love, and you did bring it up in the 3-minute recap too, but I loved that his line was, "I think it's time for you to go home now."
Yeah.
yeah, that's fair.
And then I'm like, wow, wait, are we going to get a whole movie of him walking back? Jeez.
Right. We did not.
What did you think of that soldier guy, Eric?
Eric was a character, man. He was an interesting guy.
I didn't love him.
I didn't either. I was going to say Eric is the guy, I'm trying to word it the right way. He's the guy that I could see talking about girls in not like a great way.
Yeah.
He's that kind of a guy where you're like, all right, maybe keep your comments to yourself, kind of a guy. That's kind of who he is.
So he's an unlikable person, but I loved that we had a character that in his unlikability, we also had a great reminder of the idea that there is a functioning world out there.
Right.
Normal life, delivery services, iPhones,
Right.
And so and I loved the part where he showed Spike, his girlfriend, and Spike's like, "What's wrong with her face?"
Right.
Did she get stung? Her lips swole up, and he's like, "Give me that." And I also love the fact that he just throws his phone away when it goes dead because he's there, he's not getting off because the entire place is now quarantined, so nobody is allowed to leave the mainland at all.
Right.
So
Right.
that was crazy, a crazy thought.
Yeah, that is interesting. I wondered though, because he mentions that he tells that story of, I had this friend who was a courier or like a delivery person.
Yeah.
And he talks about that. And I was wondering if that was an Easter egg or something to Cillian Murphy's character in 28 Days Later, because he was a delivery guy. That was his job. So I didn't know.
Interesting.
I don't know if it was, but that's how I took it. I went, oh.
That brings up a really good point, though, is that a lot of talk was around before this movie came out about, is Cillian Murphy going to be in it? Is he going to make a cameo?
Right.
I have forgotten completely about Cillian Murphy watching this movie. When you brought him up, it was like, oh, yeah, that's right. He was a character and he was still alive at the end of those movies. So,
yep.
I kind of assume we will see him at some point.
That's my assumption, because with you, that was kind of what I was hearing, is Cillian coming back, Cillian. And I think he's producing or something. I don't know. I might be wrong.
Is Cillian the zombie in the field?
Right?
Infected,
Yeah. I mean, people were talking, so that's what resonated, was because I'd heard so much about Cillian. When he said that, I went, oh, Cillian.
Yeah.
Who knows?
So pregnant infected.
Yeah.
God,
That
there's
was
so many things I
wild.
want to talk about. There's so many things. Let's go backwards. Before we get to pregnant,
Mm-hmm.
I just want to say the first time I watched this movie,
Yeah.
it stressed me out to no end that Spike, who had only been on the mainland once, was going to take his mom, who is unpredictable in
Right.
her illness, and try and make it somewhere with her.
Yes. Yep.
Obviously, after I've seen the movie, I'm not as in such anxiety over what might happen to them. I know that they make it to Kelson, and I know the outcome of everything. But man, the first time I was just like, oh man, what are you doing, kid?
Yep. But I mean, you know, it's his only hope, really, for his mama.
Yeah.
So he's willing to take that risk. But when you do see them out there and they're in the field, and we see the zombie or the infected start to chase them, you get that moment of like, oh crap, now what? I mean, you have 6 of these things after you right now. Uh-oh. You know?
What are you going to do?
Scary.
I guess you're just going to hope that a military guy comes out of nowhere and saves you.
And that you don't die from gas.
Jodie Comer, I think, was great as
I love Jodie Comer.
Isla. I think everybody's great in this movie.
I agree.
We'll talk about everybody in a bit. I mean, we got a lot to talk about still.
Yeah.
Jodie Comer was great. I love the fact that if you think about her character, she seems like such a weak character during this movie.
Mm-hmm.
But she saves Spike. She takes that slow-lo, wraps its head, and just bashes it in until she kills it.
See, and I love that moment. Because I was like, that's that mother instinct coming in, that parent instinct of my kid's in trouble. Even though she's, you know, obviously she's sick, confused a lot, it's like it just kicks in. And I was like, yeah.
It makes me a little sad, too, because it also shows that before she got sick, she was probably very capable of taking care of herself. She probably went to the mainland with Jamie to scavenge for items. She probably killed infected with him.
That's a good point.
So it makes me a little sad, you know, of what happens to her and everything. But so now let's get to the pregnant infected.
Yeah,
that's interesting and disturbing.
It's super interesting. I loved it though, because they're not dead. You know, the people they're not zombies. They're not dead.
Right.
They're still human, obviously, with this sickness. But I love too that the explanation behind it when they talk with Kelson is like where he just goes, the placenta is such a magnificent thing, or so.
The magic of the placenta.
Yeah, there you go. The magic of the placenta. And I was like, yeah, I mean, that's what the placenta is there for, you know, to protect and keep harm from the baby. So I was like, that's such an interesting thing.
Okay. I don't want to ruin this for you.
Oh,
but
no.
The slightly disturbing part for me, though, is the fact that how does she get pregnant? The alpha is raping the women. Like, the alpha's just, that's what he's doing. He's impregnating them. So, yeah. And it's not like, you know,
true.
they just don't know what's happening because they're already sick. They already have the rage virus. So,
Right.
And then now she's having birth. But I okay, jumping to what you said, I do agree. And I do love the fact that the placenta protected the baby from the virus somehow. I don't necessarily buy it completely.
Right. But I'm going to go with it.
I'll go with it too. Because there's a lot of fluids that are involved when the baby is being birthed.
True.
And I guarantee some of those fluids got in its eyes.
Right. Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, you've now seen the birth of your son.
That's true.
He didn't come out completely protected from all the fluids.
Nope.
I don't know. Well, maybe not. Maybe it's just the placental fluids. Who knows?
Yeah,
Who
I
knows?
don't know.
We'll go with it.
I'm going to go with it. I like it.
With it. But then again, that stressed me out a little bit because now you're introducing a damn baby into this.
I know. See,
like,
that was my worry too, is like when the baby cries, a baby's going to cry. You can't stop a baby from crying. It's going to cry. Now what? You know, so that
But I'll tell
scared
you
me
what.
too.
I'll tell you what. Nothing, because Spike takes the baby and makes it all the way back to the village and leaves the baby there for them. And
No problem.
That's it. No problem.
That's
Everything
it.
was fine. All right, so now, we get to the part that I really want to talk about because...
More dongs?
Andrew,
Sorry.
I was about to get serious here.
Oh, sorry.
And you say dongs.
I have not heard the word dong in so long, and when you said it, it just sparked so much joy in me, buddy.
Oh, I say it all the time.
That's a great word for it. Dong? My gosh.
Yeah, it's the best. It's the best
It
word.
really is.
It's funny, and it just makes it so non-serious. And let me tell you, when I ask a lady, do you want to see my dong? Boy, it sets the mood. It sets the mood. It is party time.
Man, you need to write a book, like how to
Yeah.
I don't even know.
The pickup artist who
There
is
you
still single after all these years.
Stop.
No, I mean, I am.
I know, but you're such a catch. Gosh.
Let me be clear to our audience. I don't say, do you want to see my dong to ladies.
I'm glad you clarified it. I'm hoping that people by this point know who we are. Although we're getting all these new listeners, so maybe they're like,
yeah,
oh.
they might. Oh,
Ooh.
wow. Does that really work? Does that pickup line work?
Well, I know what I'm doing. Yeah, I don't know.
All right. So
All
we got that out of our system.
Sorry. Yep.
Dr. Kelson and his bone temple.
Yeah, dude.
Whew. One thing that I walked out of that movie thinking to myself was, I can't believe in a movie that is about the brutality of this virus and what it caused and the death and destruction that they introduced this character who made death such a beautiful thing.
Yes, I agree.
They are carrying, or no, Samson's carrying Eric's head.
Yeah. And like his what's the oh my gosh, spine.
His spine.
Like his
It's
spine
called-
is
yeah,
like coming.
It's called a spine.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
That's the medical term for it.
Not bone stick.
Yeah, your bone stick from your head. Your head bone stick.
The head bone stick, yeah.
So, yeah, Kelson takes this head and he does this thing where I don't know, I forget what he heats the head up so that all the skin and stuff burn off of the skull.
Yep.
And then he takes the skull and he washes it and cleans it and steams it and just really makes it white and glistening.
Right.
And then he adds it to the bone temple.
Mm-hmm.
Man, how did you deal with the stuff about Spike's mom?
You know, I liked it. I mean, I didn't like that she had it, but I liked how they kind of portrayed it. I liked that it wasn't, even though we're in this, post-apocalyptic zombie world, there's still other things that are happening that aren't zombies and aren't, people still get cancer. People still get sick. I mean, this is still life. I liked that was kind of shown as like, it's not just one thing. There's other things here too that are happening. Life still exists. And with life comes death. And so with that, I appreciated it, but I loved that she got the death that she wanted, I guess, or
She got a dignified death.
Yeah, there you go. She got a dignified death. That's a great way to say it. And I appreciated that a lot. I thought it was good. I thought it was very good.
Me too. I love Dr. Kelson. Like, I loved this character.
Me too. Yes.
When he shows up, and from what we've heard about him, he seems a little kooky,
Mhm.
He's got iodine covering his skin and body because it deters the infected. They don't like the iodine, so they stay away from him.
Which is kind of brilliant because iodine is used to stop that kind of stuff. So I was like, this is brilliant.
Yeah.
I love that.
Exactly. I just loved his calm demeanor
Mm-hmm.
when he was inspecting her. He was just so gentle and kind to her.
Yeah.
At the risk of sounding too woke, okay, I'm going to say this. There is something that really touches me when a character in a movie asks for consent and
Yeah.
a character says okay. there's that moment where he wants to examine her breasts to see if there's lumps and such, and he asks her if she will allow him.
Right.
And I don't know why, dude. Like, I'm not trying to virtue signal or anything like that. It's a serious thing that when I watch a movie and something like that happens, it touches me and it like brings tears to my eyes sometimes. It's so weird. Like, I'm just like, that is beautiful that he asked her if it was okay.
Right.
And then she said yes, and then he did. And he's just so kind and gentle.
I agree.
I loved that, yeah, like you're talking, the dignified death. Spike is freaking out, so he shoots Spike with a dart. It doesn't knock him out, but it sedates him.
Right. Yep.
And then he takes Isla, and she had nodded to him to show that that's what she wanted. He takes her way off to the side, and he shoots her with a dart and sedates her. Then he comes back, and he's got her skull. And that could be such a horrific thing, you know?
Yeah.
The kid was just there with his mom, and now here's this doctor bringing back her skull.
Yeah, dude.
But it is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
And then when he says, pick a place for her, the best place.
Yeah, I liked when he said pick the best place. I was like, oh.
And Spike climbs all the way to the peak of the temple. And as he's up there, the sun comes out. And I love that he turns her skull to face the rising sun.
Yeah. Yeah. Man. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful moment. That whole scene was perfect. It was a perfect moment. And I loved too that they gave us Dr. Kelson earlier gives a line where where Spike accidentally knocks a skull or two over. And I love that he's fine with it. And he goes, oh, it's okay. You know, it's not sacred in that way. It's just sacred because it's good to, you know, give them their place. And I like that he was gentle with him when that happens. But I like that he says it's not the structure itself is sound. It's immovable. It's the skulls that can fall. I like that we get that line earlier so that when he does climb, you're not sitting there worried going, is he going to fall? Because that's not what the scene is about. That scene is about him putting that skull up without any distractions for the audience. We know he's going to get up there. We just need to see him get up there and put that skull there. So I appreciate that line was thrown out or thrown in earlier so we don't focus on that. Is he going to fall? No, that's not what's important here.
One other thing that makes this scene so incredible, and now I want to segue into the music in this movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
The music during that scene is absolutely beautiful.
Yes.
But here's the thing. There are so many moments in this movie that would not be the moments they are without the music that is in this movie.
I agree with you.
I don't even have to ask you because I know that you noticed the music this time.
Yes. Oh, man. Yeah. With these movies, I always kind of do. I mean, even the first 28 Days Later, has one of the most iconic kind of themes ever. I mean, in horror or it's one that I know for sure.
Now, which theme are you talking about? There's a couple, and one of them is originally written for the movie by John Murphy. But then there's another one that plays, I think, and this is a slight spoiler for 28 Days Later, I think it comes when they're traveling, when they're on their way and they're passing like the field with all the oil painted like flowers in it. And there's anyway, it's called An Ascent, I believe is the name of the song by Brian Eno. And it's an ambient tune that Brian Eno has on one of his albums. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I don't know which theme you're thinking of, but I agree with you.
Okay.
Danny Boyle always has amazing soundtracks.
Yep.
I mean, he did Trainspotting, which has an incredible soundtrack.
Yeah, dude.
28 Days Later has an amazing soundtrack. Now, Danny Boyle did not direct 28 Weeks Later.
Right.
So
that's right.
I definitely felt, they used some music from 28 Days as well. John Murphy still did the score, so it's still good.
Right.
John Murphy did not do the score for this movie.
Oh, okay.
There is a band. They are called Young Fathers.
Nice.
And they did all the music for this movie. And that is why you have moments that sound like music score, but then you have a lot of moments that sound like a song is playing.
Right. Yeah.
And of course, one of the most striking moments, and everybody remembers it from the first trailer that came out for this movie, is this song called Boots. And it's the song when Spike and Jamie are leaving the village to go across the mainland. It's this song that just raises in intensity, and it's got this old recording of this woman just reciting this poem.
Yes.
Her voice gets more intense as it goes on, and she's like, "Boots, boots, coming up and down again." And it's just so good. My God.
Yeah, it's intense. That whole moment is intense because of that song. Truly.
When that song subsides, that's when you first see the back of the slow-lo.
Yep.
Perfect. Perfectly crafted scene.
Yep. I agree.
There's incredible music during the opening scene when Jimmy runs from the house and this music comes up and he goes into the church. There's just this song that almost doesn't match what you're seeing on the screen. The carnage. And it's just beautiful.
Yep. That's a good point.
My God.
Yeah.
Throughout this entire movie, it's like that. And then, of course, this might be the only song that isn't Young Fathers. But yeah, we mentioned it earlier. When the Jimmies jump down... I didn't catch this. Somebody pointed it out to me after I saw the movie. But yeah, it's a hardcore version of the Teletubbies theme.
Which is awesome. I mean, that scene was so much fun. Like, going from this... Because, I mean, we kind of get, like, this... These really... kind of intimate moments, obviously, with his mom, with the baby going back, with him by himself... And then jumping into this hardcore song with people doing backflips and karate and stuff. And you're just like, I don't know what's happening right now, but I'm on board. I love it. I loved it.
Yeah, I remember sitting in that theater. And when that happened, I was just like, my jaw was open. I was sitting there in awe.
Right.
My eyes were wide open. I was like, what the hell? What just happened? And then the movie ends, and I was just like, oh, my God, I love that so much.
It was such a great ending, man. Just wild.
Some people didn't love it because the tone changed so drastically. Some people didn't love the fact that they were dressed as Jimmy Savile, which I completely understand. But
I do, too.
But I also think that is a precursor to some evil that we're going to see in the second movie.
My worry too, after you brought that up, because I didn't know, I don't know that guy, Jimmy Savile. But you telling me about it did make me think of the first movie, 28. Yeah, it was 28 Days Later, where they go to meet with the soldiers, and their soldiers are hungry for women, and the one girl with them is very young.
Yeah,
and it made me think of that. I'm like, ooh, man, there's some real gross people in this world, dude.
But spoilers. She makes it out okay.
Yes, you're right. Yes, but you get that real gross, very nervous feeling.
Yeah,
there.
You get really, really anxious about that. Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
So we'll see what happens in the sequel. I have just a couple of small notes.
Oh, please.
Of things I really enjoyed and liked in this movie. I loved the inclusion of the infected masks in the town.
Oh yeah, those were wild.
They were wild. I love and I started thinking about them.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I love that because they're so separated from the mainland that they probably have somebody wear these masks to remind people what's out there.
Totally. Yeah.
Loved it.
Yeah. Creepy masks. Oof.
I love the skinny infected guy in the flowers. I do love that part. It's just so creepy looking.
Yep. He looks great.
And while my favorite scene is definitely Dr. Kelson with Spike and Isla, I think one of the most visually beautiful scenes, maybe actually the most visually beautiful scene. And I know I complained a little bit about the realism of how far away they were from the Alpha, but when the Alpha's chasing them across the causeway, when you see the stars and the cosmos in the sky, it's just, oh my God. And it reminds you that, they're in this quarantined area where they have some electric lights on the island, but there's not many.
Right.
So you can see the sky perfectly, and you can see the entire Milky Way and everything up there.
Yeah.
And it's just so beautiful.
And the music that's building, like, even though they're being chased by this monster, essentially, like, it's really pretty. And the music is pretty. Like, it's just, I agree. It was a cool scene. I was like, I don't know what I'm watching right now, but I love this. Like, it is beautiful.
Acting, we have to
Yeah.
mention a couple. We talked about
Yeah.
some, but Aaron Taylor Johnson was great.
Yeah. Yep. He's
You know, at a certain point, he wasn't the most likable person.
right.
You
Right.
know,
Mm-hmm.
but himself, the actor as that part, he was fantastic.
Agreed. And it's funny, and I'm we are wholesome, but I'm gonna use a naughty word real quick.
What? No. Use
But-
the but,
Okay, I'll use butt instead. When he was in the movie Kick Butt.
oh yeah, kick butt. Kick butt.
No, it's just funny not funny. It's great to see him go from
We can say kick ass.
we can say kick ass. Going from kick ass, the character in kick ass, to like something like this. He's progressed so much. Not that he wasn't, I mean, he was great in that movie, but just to watch him kind of grow, not only grow up, but just grow as an actor, it's really fun to watch. He's a great actor. I'm very impressed by him. I always have been.
Same. And I kind of love to see when he's able to use his regular British accent.
Me too. Yes. Yes.
Because he's done so many movies where he's American.
Mhm.
So
I bet I don't know, but I'm sure he loves it. He's like, I can just be me.
But out of everybody, I honestly think the most impressive acting in this movie is Alfie Williams as
Yeah.
Spike.
Agreed.
He carries this entire movie.
I agree. And this kid does not have a lot of credits. So, I mean,
Yeah.
he hasn't been doing this long. And he really is. He's the main character in this movie, carrying this movie. That's a big deal, especially for a young actor who doesn't have much credits. More power to you, young man. Like that. That's impressive. And I am very excited to see him grow as an actor.
Yeah, he was in His Dark Materials, the HBO show, which I loved,
Mm-hmm.
but I kind of don't remember. He was only in one episode, so I don't really remember him.
Right.
And then he was in a movie called A New Breed of Criminal. But he looks so familiar already.
You know who he kind of reminded me of, look-wise, was the main character in Jojo Rabbit a little bit. Kind of has that.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, just that look. And he's just yeah.
Well, buddy, are you ready to move on to 3 questions?
Yeah, let's do it.
Who would cross the bridge of death must answer me these questions 3.
Question number 1, my friend.
Yes.
What did you think was the best death or kill in 28 years later?
You know, I gotta go with, and we don't see it, but I mean, we've talked about it. Isla, everything about that was perfect. So even though we don't see it, it's just everything about it is great.
I absolutely agree. The movie somehow is able to make death beautiful,
Mm-hmm.
and I really appreciated that. Now, if we're talking special effects, I got to go with the soldier in the tunnel, because
Yep.
when Samson rips that guy's head off and his spine comes out, or I'm sorry, his head bone sticks
Thank you. Yeah, medically
come out.
correct
Yeah,
term.
medically accurate. Thank you.
Yeah.
That was brutal, and I loved it.
It was brutal, man. Oh, it was great.
But I did think that Isla's death was more beautiful, and that's why we both picked it.
Yep. Look at us.
Question number 2.
Yes.
Did you think this movie was scary?
I didn't, but it's because I don't know. I know this world. I like this world. I would say though, definitely people could find this scary. The infected are scary. They're creepy. They're wild. I didn't lose sleep, and I won't. So it wasn't necessarily scary, but I could definitely see people being nervous. What about you?
Yeah. Well, because zombies infected like that don't exist right now, although they could. It's plausible.
It is plausible.
But I think Samson, I think the alphas are a bit scary at times. I do.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the idea that they're so patient at times.
Yeah.
I mean, that was pretty terrifying. The fact that when the alpha comes up, they start running into the woods, and the alpha has control over the other ones. And when it screams, that gives the other infected permission to chase Spike and Jamie.
Yeah.
And I loved when Spike and Jamie were in the attic and they're looking out, the alpha's still just standing in that one spot.
Yep.
And then Samson, of course, I think is even scarier than that alpha.
Right.
So
right.
Samson is just a huge force of nature with a huge dong. And that dong was scary.
If anything, I'm scared of that dong. I've never seen anything like it.
Which leads directly to question number 3. Andrew, did you have fun with horror?
When it comes to dongs, yes.
Yes.
No, I did. I think this movie, I love it. I think it's a great movie, and I had fun watching it. There's beautiful moments, creepy moments. Yeah, I had fun. What about you, buddy?
I did. I think this is a beautiful movie, strangely beautiful for what it is. But I also had such a good time watching this movie the first time I saw it. I had a great time watching it again. I'm glad that you picked it. Yay. Honestly, when you picked it last episode, I had completely forgotten about this movie.
Oh, really?
So I don't know what I was expecting you to pick, but when you picked this one, I was so happy. And I was like, oh yeah, that's right. 28 years later.
Yes.
So 28 years later is what I said.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. 28 years
later.
That's what I said.
It's waiting. Alphas aren't like the others. Not just bigger, smarter.
What are we gonna do?
Oh, we're not fighting it. I've got no arrows left. And anyway, I've seen it take a dozen hits to drop one of those things.
Buddy, it is your pick for our next movie, and I have ideas, but again, I have no clue what you're gonna pick. So lay it on us, man. The people need to know. What are we watching for our next movie?
Weapons.
Yes!
I wasn't even going to build it up the tension. I just wanted to tell you I was excited because when this episode comes out, it will have been on home digital for a little bit, a few weeks. But as we're recording this, Weapons just hit home digital yesterday.
Yes.
Did you see that I bought it?
No, because part of me was wondering if that was what you're going to pick, and I was like, I'm not positive. I don't want to look.
I wasn't even sure if you knew it was out.
I did. Oh, yeah, man. I am so excited for this movie. I'm so excited. I cannot wait. So the fact that you picked it, I even said to Cindy, I was like, because she's excited. We're both like so excited. We knew it came out, and I was like, if Scotty doesn't pick it, I'm wondering if he's going to buy it, because I'm really, really excited for this movie.
I honestly, I want to rewatch it. I saw it in theaters, and I want to see it again. But I picked this for you because you liked Barbarian more than I did. I loved
Barbarian.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. I had some issues with it, but you really liked it. So I was excited to pick Weapons so that you can finally see it.
And I'm thank you. I really appreciate that. But also,
you know what?
What?
You're welcome.
Oh gosh. I wish everyone could see your face when you say stuff like, he's just such a cutie. My lord.
You want to see my dong?
I was just going to say. Well, now I do. What a line.
What a pickup line.
What a pickup line.
Ladies and gentlemen.
If people aren't listening to this going like, whoa, did it get hot in here? I don't know what you're listening
Is it just
to.
Me? My air conditioner just turned off.
Uh-oh. Zoinks. No, what I was going to say besides dongs. No, I've been able to avoid every spoiler with this movie, man. I have been like so cautious because I have not wanted anything known. I know nothing.
No trailer?
I saw bits of the trailer, so I know the premise, but I don't know anything, and I'm so happy.
You go watch that movie tonight.
For real. Like, I'm so excited. I am so excited.
You just mentioned my favorite line from Fright Night.
I did.
For real.
For real.
By the way, quick aside, I got tickets to go see that at Alamo Drafthouse in October.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're playing a bunch of different horror movies, and they saw Fright Night, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go.
Oh, that'd be fun. Oh, that would be fun. I wish I could go with you.
Also, real quick aside, since we're at the end of the episode here.
We can do whatever we want now.
Yeah, whatever we want. As we record this, I have watched 3 of 7 Nightmare on Elm Street movies at Alamo Drafthouse.
That's right. How have they been?
The first one, still a classic.
Yeah.
Loved it. The second one, I have a very soft spot for. I love Freddy's Revenge. It might be my second favorite.
I need to watch the documentary because it's been a long time since I've seen it, but I know that documentary is wonderfully made, and I really want to see that before I watch it again.
Now, are you talking Never Sleep Again or Scream Queen?
Oh,
Because
good question. I thought I didn't know, I guess.
Never Sleep Again is about the whole series. Scream Queen is specifically about Mark Patton, who plays Jesse in Nightmare on Elm Street 2: Freddy's Revenge.
So it's Scream Queen because I know there's one about him and kind of his story and sort of how he was almost blacklisted, I believe.
Yes.
From Hollywood, which is crazy.
And the sad thing is that when you watch those movies or rewatch them, you know, I gotta say, I thought he was a really good actor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like there's some stiff acting, you know, these young actors that are still finding their way.
Right.
But he was actually really good. And I believe his part, you know, even more so than some of the bigger names in the series.
Right.
But here's what's going to surprise you. When I saw Dream Warriors again.
Uh-oh, yeah.
I was like, man, this movie's goofier than I remember. Like this is a very cheesy movie. Like the part where they go in and they're showing off their powers, I was just like, oh, it's pretty cringy. It's
beautiful
cringy these
and
days.
bad, dude.
The entire theater laughed at
Did
that
they?
moment.
I want to get that tattooed.
Because it's like nothing says bad like flipping like the tiniest switchblade knife.
Right.
And bad.
In her leather jacket. Oh, man. Beautiful.
But the Freddy moments in that movie are fantastic. So,
dude, yeah. It has one of my favorite kills, which you probably know. I mean, we'll just say the marionette kill.
Oh, the marionette kill. Okay, yeah.
You know.
I thought you'd say the primetime kill, but
I do like that one too. But the marionette one is just so like, oof, brutal.
Now here's the thing. While we're going on about Nightmare on Elm Street,
yeah, man,
it has been a very long time since I've seen 4, 5, 6, and 7.
Oh yeah.
So as much as I was looking forward to seeing the first 3, I am really looking forward to seeing these others because it's been so long since I saw them. I know I watched Dream Master Part 4 a bunch of times back in the day.
Yeah.
So that one I'm going to have a lot of memories of while I watch it. Dream Child, I may have seen once or twice. And the same thing with Freddy's Dead and New Nightmare. I may have only seen those movies once. So I'm super excited to rewatch them and in 4K.
That's awesome. I'm with you, though. Those are the ones I haven't watched. I will say 4, though. I remember being like, oh, where's Patricia Arquette? You know, I remember just being like, oh, I loved Patricia Arquette in the third one. And not that I forget who it is in the next one, but I'm always like, oh, I hate when someone's recast. You know, you like fall in love with this character and then you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's going to be my September is all the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. So
yeah, that's a sweet
really
September.
exciting. And then October will be Fright Night and who knows what else. Oh, and also Beyond Fest is happening soon. So
oh, nice.
I'm going to be seeing a few movies from that. Hopefully, hopefully I will be seeing the premiere of Shelby Oaks at Beyond Fest.
Oh, that'd be cool. Oh, that'd be really cool. And see Chris Stuckman, man.
Yeah, they're gonna have a Q&A with him.
Oh,
now,
cool.
the big one, my friend, don't hate me.
Oh, no.
But they're also having the West Coast premiere of Black Phone 2.
You snot.
I don't know if I'm going to go.
Oh, really?
If I can get a ticket, I might go, but I would have to take some time off work for that one because it's a Monday night, and I'd have to get out to Santa Monica. Anyway, our listeners don't care, but...
You know what, though? Maybe this is why our numbers jumped. It's because of these moments here. People fast forward our podcast to the end to listen to
Yeah, they don't
these.
care what we think about a movie.
Yeah, they're like, no. I want to hear them be weirdos at the last, 5 minutes.
Speaking of being weirdos, I just want to thank everybody out there for listening. Thank you so much. Seriously. Thank you for all of our faithful listeners that we've had for so long. And thank you so much to whoever all you new people are.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Like, what is I still want to know what's going on. What made people find us and start listening more? Like, it boggles my mind, but I love it. I love it. I love that people are finding us entertaining enough to listen.
Yeah.
I love that some people are calling us their go-to. Man, it's just beautiful.
It's really sweet. It means a lot, and it warms my heart. I'm with you, man. I really appreciate it. It's awesome to see that people care, and it's nice to know that, we might be putting some smiles on faces during some tough times.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Exactly. I mean, it warms my heart too. It warms my dong. It just makes me feel nice inside. So thank you everybody for listening.
And if we double our listeners again, it's the dong talk. 100%.
Definitely. But don't expect it every episode.
Or do.
Or do.
Or dong.
Andrew, you're beautiful.
Dude, you're beautiful.
I love you, buddy.
I love you too, buddy.
Everybody out there, we love you.
Yes, we do. We love you all.
We hope you have a good 2 weeks or however long until you hear us again. Don't get too crazy in this world. And we love you, and goodbye.
Goodbye. We love you. Bye.
Do you know the words Memento Mori?
No.
It's Latin. Ironically, it's a dead language. It means remember death. Remember, you must die.